Hello fellow academics and welcome back to the next episode of Steelroot. We're in the middle of a drought and our beavers seem not too happy as they just sit around. But that is okay, the drought is about to end. That does make me think we need to open up the area back here. As water will come back, we just need to make sure our entire city or village is not being flooded. We might actually just delete the rubble. Yes, it was 18 logs, but I think that is okay. Also gonna lower the floodgates for now. Our water pumpers will be fine pumping stuff, but that will give us a bit more time to place all of this, or put all of this in place. Also want to make sure they build this part here. So we're going to set this to highest priority. And with the bad tide gone, we're not activating the gear workshop, but we are activating our lumber mill and we are activating our fermenter since we have some cassavas sitting around. They have already built this guy here in the back, but without the stairs, there's nothing he can do. So we're gonna stop that as well. Alright, I might actually raise this already, because hopefully that will prevent some flooding as they are building this. We just really need to make sure that there's enough water coming out on this side. But it actually looks like it's rising fast. Alright. How far did they get? Not that far. So let's go ahead and delete 2 of these. And that seems to have... Not even that. Oh, maybe it has stabilized it. Okay. Nope, it has not stabilized it. So let's open one more. Wow, even that has not stabilized it. Holy cow. Alright, this should be enough now. Alright, so what we're gonna do, since we need to build all of this up, we're going to place down our platforms so we can easily get down here. Put in our staircases. Now this seems to have stabilized it finally. And then we're going to put in our double floodgates all along here. Why did you raise this? Let's leave this very low. There's 51 logs here, but they should be able to get to this. Oh, they have put in this part, and I do need to lower this to 0.14. Because all of the good water is actually heading out this way. And that is something that we definitely do not want. Cool. Cool. So, anyways. We do need to make sure they wrap this up before the bad tide comes, as this is our water storage area. What else would they be building anyways? So, well, right now nothing, because, you know, guess it's sleepy time, but we can spend some time planting more oaks. They've done a pretty good job at chewing away on all the pine trees over there. The oak trees have grown in, which is awesome. There are a couple of more gaps that we can fill up, so let's quickly do that. And with that, our wood cutting area should be doing all right. Right. For now, I'm going to raise this to the max. Actually, it will also raise all the others to the max, but I think that's okay. The first platform is in. The second one is almost in. And then they just need to put in the staircases. Definitely have enough logs. Planks are a little bit short. What about our cassavas, actually? We're a bit low on food overall. Apparently they ate all the cassavas and then called it a day. So we're gonna unpause that gathering flag on this side to get a few more berries in. That just means we're down to 2 haulers. As you see here, we have 8 vacancies. 2 haulers will be just fine. All right. And here we go. All the platforms are in. First staircase is in. And they keep building all of the rest. I am thinking we're probably not gonna make it in time. I can actually now delete this part here. And sorry, I should finish my thoughts first before starting the next one. Even with 2 lumber mill producers, maybe I need to up the hours. I don't think we're gonna make it in time in finishing this before the next... I take it back. All the stairs are in. Now they just need to finish all of these. Easy, right? Time for a sip of coffee. Helps you relax. Well, maybe not you, but it helps me relax. So, anyways, here we go. They are still putting everything in there, and the bad tide hasn't been announced yet. So I think we might actually be okay. Might be able to pull this off. I don't need a fluid dump right now. Oh boy. I have built this, I appreciate it, but it was definitely not necessary. I've also put in all the work here. Just need to place it properly. So we're gonna very quickly high prioritize this. I don't think it will make a difference in terms of pathway system. Literally, you walked over, hammered it for like 2 seconds, and then left it. Anyways, we're okay in terms of food with the berries. Now the bad tide is approaching. We should actually test this out. We raise this to the max. We're actually okay. Okay, I like being okay. Alright. Letting water back out. Actually, we can just let some more water out. Does give us more power. But yeah, I think we'll be alright. And there's 2 more to build here. We do need to lower this now. Let's go to 185. I think that will be good, because we can already start like filling in this entire area. And then we need to see how much we need to lower it in order to have like a steady water supply in there without it flooding everything. 1.9 days. This is almost done. Oh, actually missing logs. That I did not expect. Okay, here they come. And you're the last one, huh? Nope. They have actually now finished this part. Cool. Ah, you dropped off the logs and ran away. And breathe. Alright. Now we can pause the gatherer flag. And one thing that we need to think about is power supply during the Badwater season and the droughts. The droughts will be harder. For the Badwater season, let's actually have a quick look. Power. We do have the manual power wheel, or we have the engine. The engine is 400 power, but it needs metal blocks, and we don't have metal blocks yet. So I think we should consider large water wheels, and we could actually place them. This one is a little bit high, but if we were to build this down a little bit, we should actually be able to utilize that for power production moving forward. So let's look into this because, well, we kind of have to. All right, we're gonna remove all of this and another row next to it, which will allow us then to start building up a path over this way. Maybe we don't even need to go over this way. What if we actually extend from over here? So let's have a quick look. Large power wheel. Now this is perfect in terms of height. So if we place it here, we have enough to place another one next to it. So in the future at least. So let's go ahead and high prioritize this. We're also gonna place another levee over there. That will, well, that should allow us for now to path over this way. Ooh, it's flooding. But just a little bit. Not enough to cause problems over here. That's actually not a bad situation. Now we can very casually fine-tune it. 1.75 looks good, so we're gonna keep it at that. And these are at 1.5. All right, awesome. This will be a lot easier in the long run once we unlock the sluices. And then, yeah, we just plug them in the bottom. And then we don't need to worry about this side anymore. All right, staircase in right here, path over there. And we will actually extend this over here as well. Levees on this side and here. So we can put the power shafts down this way. All right, so let's go ahead, unlock the large water wheel and start placing our power shafts. Now we do need to unlock the vertical ones. 40 science, we do have plenty of that. And it automatically connects up. How nice is that? All right, Badwater is coming in. Gotta keep an eye, although it is coming in quick. Actually, I'm gonna raise it right now, because it will spill initially, right? Whew. Talk about close. All right, cool. That worked out. Now we are lacking power at the moment, but we are working on this. So overall, we will be fine. Still plenty of water everywhere. So, yeah, nothing really to worry about for now. Since we are just in a drought and, you know, building stuff, I'm gonna disconnect this. I'm gonna put in a small water wheel, a compact water wheel, on top of there. And then, actually, I'm gonna pause you, because you guys still need to build all of this. All right. Nope, there's a staircase out in the back. I don't need to pause you, so we're all good. That means I can put in the power shafts. Let's actually connect them all through here already. And then we're just gonna build these up here. Look how beautiful that is right now. Like building all of these, like no problem whatsoever. Awesome. You need gears? Nope, you need planks. We do not have enough planks for this though. Which means we should also go ahead and put down levees here. We're gonna put, in the long run, one more fermenter back here, another one here. But in the meantime, the manual power wheel, which unfortunately we're gonna unlock right now, will be doing the trick for us. So let's go ahead. Actually, let's just place in the levees here as well. They will, all of this will be cheaper ultimately. So I'm going to high prioritize all of this, as well as the power shaft connector. I love their new power shaft connection system. It is so much easier to work with this. It's nothing you need to worry about in terms of, do I have the right one and things, and I like it. All right. Anyways, our beavers should be technically, no, being busy, be busy being beavers. You know, stuff. Anyways. What else do we need to think about? I think in the long run turn, we're actually going to move these and exchange these for staircases to make the paths a little bit easier to take. Because we'll need to build further up here. At the moment, we don't have any cassava storage. Or like fermented cassava storage, and that is something that we will definitely need in the long run. Okay. What are my beavers actually doing? I don't know. Well, right now they're sleeping. Beavers are thirsty. I'm gonna reduce the work hours to 16, and then I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. All right. I have built this part already. They're now... It's not connected yet, people. With that, they're almost done over here. Going to second high prioritize this part there. Because there's no point in putting stuff into the large water wheel. Wasn't there one that was kind of blocked right now? Alright, 2 beavers should be enough to power the industrial lumber mill and the cassava fermenter. I do wonder a little bit how they're actually fermenting cassava. They need power. Is it just being brushed up? Wouldn't they need water? We can actually remove this. Later on we'll put in platforms right here. But yeah, I don't know how they're actually making fermented cassavas. Interesting. Anyways, so what next? How much power do they produce? No, they need 150. No, supply 150 and it needs 125. So that is going pretty well. They technically also don't need to finish this if the connections aren't wrapped up. So let's do all of that first. And at that point, it's almost guaranteed that the bad tide is kind of over. Alright. That's alright. In addition, we want to plan ahead for the next power wheel. And if we're going here, we should be okay. Which means we should also be able to put in levees. Just to make sure there's an additional speed basically going on. Ah. Okay. I hope at least right now, the large water wheel, it cannot be placed here. Because of this thing. Ah. And breathe. Alright. Let's remove you. Not a big deal. We're going to just place the levees up here. And then the next large power wheel should be able to go on there. And then in the long run, we're just going to connect these up. For now, I'm going to pause these. They have done a decent job with the power shafts. We should have enough gears to place all the vertical ones already. The gears already in. Very cool. On the bright side, Our water supply is doing okay here. It's not great, but it's okay. So how could we improve this? Because it was a relatively short bad tide, to be honest. We could just leave the fluid dump in. I don't know if I like that, though. We could have a deep water mechanical pump that moves water from down here up there. Don't know if I like that either. So maybe it is actually time to also think about explosives. On the bright side, we know all of this is okay in terms of bad water like ruining the soil. Also reminds me I wanted to put in more of the oak trees back here. There's one that I missed. I'm gonna leave this empty. Maybe we're actually gonna place another woodcutter down here. Food-wise, we're doing okay. We're now storing up kohlrabies. We have 51 fermented cassavas, which means this one is pretty full. So we should also then think about more storage. So I don't want to... Actually, let's place these already, as we are going to build up here anyways. And then we will look to unlock the large warehouse. 250 science, that's actually not a lot. I could put it here, put the cassavas then in there. Okay. Why are the beavers outside? Oh, we don't have enough barracks. Hey. Okay. Plenty of stuff to do. Plenty of stuff for us to think about. I'm surprised this is relatively slow in the flow. Should be okay though. Maybe it's just because I was so used to having it on high speed. And now they're also starting to put in the stuff for the large water wheels. Wheel, not wheels. Alright, cool. Look at that, we actually have 125 planks. Which means they should have all the material they could possibly need to make this happen. And I think they do. They're just throwing it all in. We need builder huts. Or at least one. So let's go to the district management system. And where could we place a builder hut? We could actually just place it here. Although this might be a bit of a waste. I picked a really weird shape for this. Why did no one stop me? How about we place it actually on top of this? We will need to build up to it. But ultimately, why not? Alright, level 2. Level 2. Staircase. And then connect it with a path. Alright. I prioritize this. Because once this is built, we should be building everything else a lot faster. And this goes back down to 1.5. This will very likely flood stuff first. But I guess that is okay. We're still good in terms of food. We definitely need to start thinking about water storage. We're really low on this. Oh well. So let's have a quick peek. But I think we're gonna leave that for next time. Maybe instead of that, we're gonna save up for the large water tank. And I think that is what we're gonna do. So I prioritize this. Place our metal smelter in here. What is this? Interesting. Is the dam piece No, it also connects here like this. Is that for everything? No. Interesting. Anyways, we should unpause this guy over here. I'm pretty sure they have built the staircase now. And yes, they did. So all of that is good. And look at that. I think overall we're doing fine again. Well, until the next bad stuff comes our way, basically. So I think we do need to think about additional water storage, especially for our farming area. But again, we leave that for next time. For now, we did good, I want to say. We're about to wrap up our large water wheel, and we're going to wait until that happens. Look at that. It is in. It is producing an awesome amount of power. And with the next one in, they're already building the paths over there. We'll be off even better. All right, with that, I'm going to leave you all here. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think as we're trying to contain our building area in this section overall. And thank you all for watching. If you haven't subscribed, so please consider doing so. Otherwise, or regardless, I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.